G'day and welcome back to DuckZorly Gaming and our Let's Play series here on Fenton Forest Farm. And we are continuing on with our grass cutting, mowing and grass mowing, cutting, same thing, isn't it? Our mowing and collecting of our grass and sending it into our farm. And we are just finalising the mowing just here, as you can see. This is field 37. Quite a bit of elevation there. It's quite deceiving actually when you first start the field off, but significant elevation there after all. But yeah, so we've now finished with this field. So we're going to take the big M out, fold him up, and we should see that we've got some traffic around here. So we've just had the Xerion, who's up the top of the hill. He's already got his first load from this field. He's taking off back to the silo. We should have the Xerion with the Swadro. He should be up the top of the hill, I think. He's starting the runs up there. And we're going to take the big M. We're going to take the big M back to the actual main farm this time. It needs to be given a good clean out, all that sort of stuff. And we finish these two fields for now until the next cut. And we probably need this over near the farm to do field 8, I think it is. It's very close to the farm itself. So there you go. There goes the tractor with the load of grass on it, and we should see the Xerion with the windrower. I think he's up the other end there. Anyway, so yeah, just ignore that second line there. The Swadro width is not set correctly seemingly in the XML, and course play needs to be adjusted manually, and I haven't done that because I forgot about it, so I'll have to fix it up later. Alright, so in the meantime we're going to sit in the cab and we're going to drive this wonderful beastie back to the farm. We're going to be sitting behind our hired hand here who's taking a load of grass back. You can see off there to the left, one of our other hired hands are still working in field 36. They're still busy scurrying away over there. I think we've almost finished windrowing all the grass on there as well. So it's just a matter of collecting all that grass, and there's a lot of grass there. And then what we need to do is we need to head back to the farm. We need to refill the silage fermenter. We might actually put some grass in the digester as well, because we've got that much grass there ready and waiting for us. Now we were going to look at baling, and that's possibly something we could do instead of actually collecting on the lower field, although the problem is I was going to use the round bale. I was going to use the Roland, but the bales will just go rolling down the hill and just be all over the place. So we'll have to have a bit of think about that. We might not do the baling this time round, even though I asked in my Discord whether they wanted me to bale or not. I think we might collect off these two fields for this run, and then for the next lot we'll actually start using the bales. So that will probably be the plan for this point in time. Alright, so heading on round through here, as you can see we're slowly catching up to him. Don't know what he's doing. What's he doing? He's doing about 40 odd kilometres an hour as I almost take off the middle of the road. But yeah, so anyway, we'll get there. Alright, so I hope everyone is doing really well. I'm recording this on the same game day, or the same day I should say, and game day as our previous episode. And that is on the 27th of October. You'll be seeing this later in that week, if not the week after. And we're just trying to get some videos back out again because, like I said in the last episode, we took a bit of time off waiting for the Class DLC or the Platinum Edition to come out. And now that's out, we can really start powering along. So that's certainly what we intend on doing. So we're going to get this out. We're going to get some work done on Wilhelmina, and we're going to get some work done on our Aussie Western Australian map as well. So hope you can stay with us and continue on and help us get to 1,000 subs. So if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you press that alarm notification bell as well, so you're made aware of when new episodes are available. A bit of an update as well while we're talking about that. On the streaming front, I am still awaiting our upgrade to NBN. Looks like it's been pushed back again by a month or two. So it may not now be till next year that we get the NBN, which is our upgrade to our internet capabilities here. So that means streaming will have to wait until then, unfortunately. But rest assured, once we do get the capacity to do that, as in we get a decent upload speed, we'll be streaming quite regularly. So yeah, we'll just sort of see how we go. And the plan would also be is once we are streaming regularly, we will have a multiplayer server running. We can get special guests and members of our Discord and all that sort of stuff to come on and help us out with farming. So that is the plan for the future, but that's sort of medium term, I guess, at this point in time. For the short term, we're just going to continue on pumping out videos, and hopefully you'll enjoy that and you'll continue to carry on and see what we get done here. With Wilhelmina, we'll still continue to hopefully get some VIP guests come and help us out every now and again. It's pretty cheap labour, really. So it's cheaper than using a hired hand. I don't have to pay any money to them. So that will probably happen in the future as well. But no plans to do that here on Fenton Forest. We're just going to use the AI and course play workers, and we're just going to do it that way. All right, so here we are. We're coming back into the farm now. Now, while he's going to head off and offload into the silo, we're going to head back over here to the sheds, and we're going to park this probably near the Jaguar or somewhere near there. Need to fill up with fuel probably as well. No, fuel's okay at the moment, but certainly needs a wash. What we might do is we might just come across here and we'll prep it ready to give it a wash near the pressure cleaner there. All right, so there we go. So we've got the Big M back home. Now, what we also need to do, in fact, what we might do while we're waiting for them to sort of bring some deliveries home, we might head on over here and see if we can stuff up our silage a bit more. Traditionally, I'm pretty poor at doing the silage, but that's why we do a lot of it off camera, to be honest. All right, but we've got a fair bit in here at the moment. What have we got? We've got 1.2 million litres of silage in here at the moment. Now, I may end up changing out this silage pit as well. As much as it's good, I just would like to be able to use all this space here, and Stevie's silage pits don't do that. So we might try putting in a couple of different silage pits and seeing how we go with that. But time will tell. All right. So let's see what we're going to do here. Now, we need to do that. All right. Just gonna push that load up there. Now, one of the things we've normally found is we tend to do it slowly to get a better coverage. So we normally like to use a bit of cruise control. So we set our cruise control for 5 kilometers an hour, and we just nice and slowly just push up so we get a smoother end result. Tend to find that seems to work okay for us. I don't know what you guys out there do, but certainly it's what seems to work best for us. So we're just going to do that. So as you can see, this Xerion is in the reverse configuration. So the plow, oh sorry, the what do you call it again? English is not my greatest language today. Yeah, so with the tool on the rear of the tractor, we've converted the cab round the other way. So we're actually driving forward, but we are in fact in reverse technically. So up. All right. Just try to get a fairly even coverage as best we can. Now, I did actually have a course play course set up for this to do this, and seemingly I don't know whether it's since the Platinum DLC or whether it's as a result of the map change. It's not very happy doing that. So I've got to have a look into that. There has been updates to Courseplay that we actually haven't applied as yet, where our version of Courseplay is probably about 4 or 5 weeks old now. So for those of you that do use it, and JJ and the like tend to use it, he's always getting updates. They do update it quite regularly, but sometimes their updates will tend to possibly break some things. So I tend to sort of maintain the stable version I'm using, which is what I'm doing in this case. It seems to be the most stable at the moment. I will update things and then we test it out, and then if it seems to be working fine, then we use it on everything else, effectively on our live plays. At the moment we're just sort of waiting. So alright, that's a bit of a tidy up. That's not too bad there now, although except for that block we've just dropped there, so I'll push that in. Alright, that's better. Makes it a little bit neater. Right, so just going to park him back off in here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the map and see what our status is at this present point in time if we put the grass on. So if we go across here, we can see that we have mowed both of our 36 and 37 fields, which is what we expect. These guys here are picking up the grass here. So this guy up here is the running the windrow. He's got the swadrow. This guy here is going up to collect the grass from that field. These two here are working on the field to collect the grass. So the Action 960 and the Xerion 5000. This guy over here, he's doing the last, yes, it is the last run. So this is the last run of the windrowing. So he'll be finished. In fact, he's going to be finished right now. And there you go. Great timing there. Right, so we're going to stop driver, clear that off, get rid of that. Now we're going to bring him back around. So we're going to bring him back down to the end of the field, and we'll probably bring him back to the farm as well now, because there won't be any more work here for a little while. So we'll just drive him back. What we will do though is we'll continue to have a look at the status of the fields like I started to do. Right, now, so 36 and 37 are well in hand. Our other fields down here that we own, so we own field 1, 8, 2, 3, 5, 25, 22, 23, 26 and 24. Now, I didn't say them in numerical order, I know that. So they are currently growing. They're in various states of growth. Field 5 is the closest to being ready at all. So that's okay. That's we do have plenty of grass as well. So if we really get bored, we can actually, in fact, what we might do is we might actually, some of this grass through here, we might actually pull that up and we might bale that. And we've also got the grass up here on the north and south ends of 36 and 37 we could do. So we'll have plenty of grass work to do. The animals should be okay still because we've just fit them up. So 63% health. Cleanliness is 70. So we need to go clean up the sheep pens. But they've certainly got enough water and they've certainly got enough food, so that's okay. And that's where we're at the moment. So we just basically need to get all this grass in and then keep on progressing through. If we have a look at our seasons information, so we're getting to the end of our spring. We are then going to come into summer. Now we've got a long period of time here before anything really should be ready to actually harvest. So if there's not much going on in here, we'll probably skip forward those days because there's not much point sort of sitting around doing nothing. Obviously, we still haven't got the ground temperature to plant soybeans and corn and cotton, seemingly. Or cotton we can't plant any. Oh, yeah, cotton we're not going to be able to plant anyway. Same as sugarcane. So, but that's okay. I don't think we really planned on doing any soybeans and corn. I'll have to check to see if we actually did, because we may get a bit of a crop failure, germination failure or something, but in any case, whatever we've done now is there, so we're just going to have to deal with that. Instead of jumping all over these windrows, we're coming down here at the end of the field. So that's basically what the plan is for there. Now, I'm just thinking, when we get back to the farm, we're going to have a look and see how much grass, in fact, we're going to see how much grass we've got stored up now. Let's do that now. All right, how much grass have we got? So we have 3.8 million litres of grass in the silo at this present point in time. So I would say by the time we finish this, we're going to have well on probably 8-9 million litres of grass. That's going to be more than sufficient for us to do to deal with the animals. I'm thinking what we might do is we might end up turning either 36 or 37 into an arable crop instead of using it as the grass. Now, we did get this handed down from relatives. Sadly, our uncle that passed, he bequeathed this to us. But yeah, I think for not only just crop cycling, but also for productivity purposes, I think we might be better off just having the one large grass field, because we're going to have more than enough grass to sustain us unless we start putting it all into the silage and digestate fermenters and start concentrating on that. But it wasn't really the plan. So we may have to have a bit of a think about that in terms of what we're going to do. So we've also got plans to put in a fuel production facility, and that will basically be running on canola. So we use canola as the source crop for that. Now, we are going to take the back road here. We're just going to watch out for traffic, because this is where some of the other guys are coming up with their vehicles heading back to the fields. So we are going to have to get canola into the ground as well. That's obviously going to be dependent upon weather and all that sort of stuff. So perhaps we might be better off turning, say, field 36 into a canola field, because certainly we've got the conditions to plant that at the moment. And that may be the chosen crop for that position up there. I mean, these fields down here too, we did speak about earlier in the series that we can expand these fields off here to our left hand side. We can make them a little bit larger. We haven't given up on that thought. We will most likely probably still do that at some point in the future, probably after the first crop cycle. But yeah, we'll have to see what we do. But I'm thinking canola might be the way to go, and then we can set up our fuel plant, and we can use that to negate our farm operating costs by producing enough fuel for ourselves, and then also perhaps possibly selling some of that fuel off, if that's an option available to us. So we'll have to see. How we go. Anyway, hope everyone is doing really well. We are enjoying our time back here on Fenton Forest with all of our lovely class material and machinery. There's been a lot of discussion about the Platinum Edition and the Class DLC itself. A lot of people saying, oh, is it worth it, is it not? Now, we have discussed that in previous videos leading into this. Certainly on our review and history of Class video, which I will try and link up above. That we discussed in relation to the value or perceived value of the Platinum Edition. Now, there's a lot of people that have got their knickers in a bit of a twist because there is no map or there is no new crop. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Personally, I'm much happier to have 35 odd pieces of equipment instead of having 15 pieces of equipment and a Giants map, because let's face it, as I've said before, Giants suck at making maps. Let's just get the pure black and white about it. Giants are not any good at making maps when we compare them to most of our modders. Our modding community produce far better maps with higher fidelity, more interest, all that sort of stuff than what Giants have ever been able to produce for us. And I'm sure my good friend Atomic will be quite happy to also agree in the fact that there's less rubbish on most of our modders maps as opposed to Giants. But anyway, we won't delve into that problem. So, to me, that isn't an issue at all, because I don't want another rubbish Giants map. I mean, Estacio Lapaccio, or whatever the hell you call it, it wasn't a great map, and that came out with the sugarcane stuff. Now, look, I love the sugarcane stuff. I bought the DLC just for that, not the Estacio Lapaccio map, and I've used that map for some mod reviews, but I've never actually played on it any more than about an hour. I don't like the map, never did. I'm not a fan of Felsbrunn, I'm not a fan of Ravenport. They were okay to start with because that's what we had as starter maps, but that's it. So, but anyway, we won't delve into it. But anyway, so there's quite a few that have got their knickers in a twist about it, and that's all well and good, but we're not particularly phased about it, so yeah, not going to worry about it. But overall, I think it's great value. You don't have to agree with me. And yes, I am a class fanboy, but that's okay. The big thing is the fact that it is value for money. We get a lot of equipment with a different brand name, which is fine. I know there's a lot of the John Deere fanboys that are upset because there's more class equipment now than John Deere equipment, technically. Well, as I said to my good friend Chris Webb in the last episode, deal with it. I mean, let's face it. I mean, go cry me a river, basically. You all wanted John Deere in the release of FS19. Well, you got it. You just didn't get that much. And I'm very happy now that we find that we've got a lot more gear with the class in the Platinum Edition than what came in the original game with John Deere. But anyway, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We get that. All right. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not salty about John Deere at all. I just don't like John Deere. I like to stir people up that do like it. All right. Now, while I'm on that, let's clear something up once and for all. Okay. Now, people think I'm a hater of John Deere. I am not a hater of John Deere. I just don't particularly. John Deere doesn't appeal to me. I don't hate it. And I do play on that fact that I don't like it, and there are a lot of fanboys that do love it and won't have anything other than green. So that is the reason why I say about John Deere like I do. Chances of you seeing it on a series here are limited, again, because I don't like it. It's my series, I'm doing it. If I happen to find a good American map, like I started to in Farming Simulator 17, we started doing Lone Oak with just John Deere equipment, or primarily John Deere equipment, I'd probably consider it. But to me, at the moment, there hasn't been a decent American map that I've seen for 19 that I'm interested in. There are a couple of maps coming out very soon that I may well be interested in. Whether I have the time to do that or not, I don't know. But that's something we'll come to. If you have a suggestion of a good American map, preferably not huge multi-fruit, then let me know, and I'll consider it. We'll have a look at it and we'll consider it. All right. Now, what I was going to do is I was going to go grab the baler. I want to go grab the Roland, which is over in here. And I was just going to pull it out and just see. I was thinking about going and testing a couple of runs with this on field 36, just for the sake of doing it. All right. Here's a good looking baler. So there it is there. The Roland 455 Unirap. But I think, looking at the time, that's what we're going to have to do in the next episode. So I think for the next episode, what we'll do is we'll probably bale the last half of field 36. We'll bale that into some silage bales. Again, we'll let Courseplay go off and do that. And we'll collect all the bales from the field. But that will be the next episode. We'll certainly do that, and that may well also be in the next game day. We'll probably skip ahead in the game day a little bit, get some forward movement happening here. So yeah, that will be the plan. So hopefully you can come back and stick with us as we continue on with our farming here at Fenton Forest. A little bit disjointed as it probably feels today. That's okay. We've got 36 and 37 well underway with our grass harvesting, and we'll finish off with a bit of baling, and then heading into summer we should be able to start getting out our big heavy combines and start hitting those fields in earnest. In any case, thanks very much for watching. It's been wonderful having you here with me. I hope you're enjoying the series and enjoying what we're bringing out to you from the DuckZorly Gaming channel. Don't forget, we are getting close to 1,000 subs, so if you haven't already pressed that subscribe button, please do so. Make sure you press that alarm notification bell icon so you're made aware when new episodes are available. And also tell your friends about us so as we can get our 1,000 subscriber goal ticked off, and then we can move on from there to our next goal being 1,500, which would be the next hopefully achievable goal from there. In any case, this is DuckZorly. You've been watching me on Fenton Forest Farm, a map by Stevie, utilising the Platinum Edition DLC, which is available from the Giants website and the Steam shop for PC, Mac, and also available for consoles, Xbox and PlayStation 4. And until next time, no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night, no matter where you are in the world, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. We'll see you again very, very soon back here on Fenton Forest Farm and DuckZorly Gaming. See you all later. Bye.